Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. This is the one that everyone has been waiting for and I'm here to give. So I'm going to be getting ready, not really heavy makeup or anything, I'm just going to kind of slightly get ready, but I felt like you guys deserve to know what happened. Disclaimer, I cannot release any images that I have. I can probably release like screenshots, but I'm not going to release like the names and stuff because, you know, legal reasons. And I really don't want this video to be a huge hate video because there's a lot of explaining I have to do, and I don't really want to do all the details because I really just want it to be over with and done and not really think about it ever again. I'm going to take down my hair and put my head thingy on that I use when I do my makeup, and then I'll see you in a second. Okay, so when I do my makeup now, I wear this thing on my head, so we're just gonna pretend like it's not there, okay? Also, Jesus Christ, why is this making so much noise? Okay, so I'm gonna do my makeup now. This all started, I think it was like December 30th. It was like right as I was entering Houston with my mom. And let me just explain to you guys a little bit. We go to Houston a lot because my mother has stage 4 cancer. So we go to Houston quite often. So, you know, it's not new for me to go to Houston, you know, in a long car ride and be on my phone the entire time because it's a long car ride, that's just what I do. So basically me and my mom were almost to our hotel and I get this phone call. That's not new for me. I always get phone calls, you know, it's whatever, like scammers all the time, so whatever. So I answer the phone and I'm like, hello? And I'm kind of like annoyed because like we're on our way to Houston, like you know what I mean? Like I never answer phone calls like that, but I just wanted to answer it for absolutely no reasons. This guy answers and he was like, hi, is this Kaylee Mitchell? And I was like, yes. And because usually when there's a scammer, like they have a certain type of tone they use, or like it's obvious that it's a computer or something, but this was a real guy. And he was like, okay, hey, I would love to do a TikTok promotion video thing if you'd be down to do that. And I was like, how did you get my number? And I remember I acted so annoyed, and I was like, how did you get my number? And he was like, off Instagram. And I was like, I don't have my number just on Instagram. So this point, I'm starting to get kind of sketched out. So then he says, well, just so you know I'm legit, follow me on Instagram. And I was like, okay. But I was like, just give me the @ and I'll follow you later. But like right now I'm busy. Again, me and my mom are literally going to Houston for her treatment. Like I am busy. So I was like, it was kind of nighttime actually, but we were just really ready to get to the hotel and just pass out. So I was kind of annoyed, but I was like, okay, just send me your @ and I will look you up later. I gotta go. And I kept saying like, I gotta go. And he was like, okay, well he's like, go on your Instagram like right now. He's like, I just want you to type it in real quick. And I was like, oh my God, fine. I think we hung up. I was like, okay, I'll do it right now. So I got off the phone and then I was telling my mom about it, and I was like, this is so sketchy. Like, how did this dude get my number? And then I go to my Instagram to look him up, and I found the account. It's not him. It's one of his accounts that he hacked and just has. And I look, and then my Instagram said, you've been logged out. And at this point, I pretty much knew what the fuck was going on because there's no way. It was just too coincidental. I knew what was going on, and I was about to start freaking the hell out because my Instagram had I have like 36,000 followers. At the time, I think I had like 42,000. So I was like, holy shit, like, that's my Instagram. Like, I've had this Instagram since I was, like, 9, guys. Like, I've had the exact same Instagram forever. So, I started freaking out a little bit. So, then I go to my email to reset my password, and my email has been logged out. Just to let you guys know, the email that he hacked, I've had that email. That was the first email I have ever made in my entire life, and I made it for Facebook a long time ago. So I've had that email for a very long time, and so I was freaking the hell out. And once you get logged out of your email, that's it. My email was connected to my TikTok, my Snapchat, my Facebook, literally every single social media account that I had was hooked up to that email. It's just the email that I always used. I didn't really use my business email that much. Thank God I didn't. I don't know how. Listen, when we talk about hacking, guys, it's not like they just guess your password, because there's no way he could have guessed my password. These people have certain, like, servers they can just, like, get into and then just figure out all your passwords from there. And I know that because later on in the story you'll find out. But so this guy, yeah. So once my email had been hacked into, I started freaking the hell out. Like, I really started. I think my mom got into a fight or something, and then I get a text message. So it's me from the future. I'm editing. Hey, I actually didn't clarify this good enough, but the text messages are a little bit confusing because what happened was I hung up. I told him I would call him later, and I'm gonna save his number. So I'm gonna text him, make sure I save his number, and then he sent me like an agreement or something that was supposed to be for our collaboration that we didn't do, right? So that's why the messages say that. So it's a little confusing when you first read it, and I didn't specify good enough. But yeah. And he said, "Ha ha ha, got you, bitch." I'll probably put the picture on here if I can. He said, "Ha ha ha, got you, bitch. Happy New Year's," or something like that. And then, I don't remember the exact text. You'll see them in the screenshots that I'm going to post if I do. But basically, to make a long story short, he then called me, or I called him. Someone called, whatever. And my mom was in the car. And my mom, at this point, kind of knows what's going on. And I was telling her, dude, like, all my shit's hacked. The only thing I still had, though, was my TikTok. I did still have my TikTok. My TikTok, by the way, if you do not know, had 850,000 followers. I was very close to 1 million. You know, I'm at the point where I might start freaking out if my TikTok gets hacked, because that's the main thing I really care about. I call him, he calls me, whoever, whatever, we got on the phone, and he said, he was laughing, and my mom decided to say, and of course, this is an excuse that everybody uses, so of course it sounds fake, but she was like, "Her mom has stage 4 cancer, bitch. Give her back her account." Like, she said something along those lines, because I started freaking out. And this dude has, and he said, what did he say? He said, $500 or you're not getting your account back. And I'm like, bro, we don't have the money for that. And then we explained how, like, we're coming down to Houston, Texas to, for my mom's cancer stuff. Like, we don't have the money to just give you $500, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, I can't tell y'all how mad and freaked out I was. I already have, like, super bad anxiety, to the point where I will faint. So, I was just like, I don't even remember how my thought process was going, but I knew I said something like, keep the account, fuck you, like, that's all. I don't remember. And I was kind of like, why? Like, why me? Like, you could have hacked literally anybody else, but you picked me. Like, why not Charlie? Like, what the And I think the strategy is because a part of it is my fault, and I'm not going to lie. I had all those followers, and I really didn't take much care of my safety and my passwords. I didn't really think about anybody ever hacking me, so I didn't really do the extra mile to make sure my account was secure. All of them. I didn't have two-factor authentication. I didn't have any of that stuff, so of course, part of it was my fault, and I'm definitely not blaming myself, because this dude he's definitely mean, but I should have gone the extra mile to make sure this kind of thing wouldn't happen. this is the funniest part. So, this dude created, okay, let me explain. So then, he tries to get into my TikTok at some point. I think I'm skipping around, but basically, so the only way to get into my TikTok was through a phone number, meaning it would send me a code, and that's the only way you could get in, was if you had the code that I got, right? So it started sending me a bunch of codes, and then I was like, oh my god, he's hacking it. So then this random number texted me, and it said, send verification code so that you can secure your account. I was freaked out in the moment. I didn't really think about this. Little did I know, it was him sending me off of it, pretending to be a fucking teleprompter. So I kept sending him the damn verification codes, and guess who got logged out of their TikTok? Me. So that's another thing. Guys, I blame it on my anxiety, dude, because when things are happening like that, I don't think properly and I don't think smartly. So that could have all been avoided if I would have just been smart about it. So it said like, this is Richard, your activation system, and so Richard was really the dude who's hacking me. Such an idiot. And at this time I had posted on my TikTok and on my Snapchat that I was getting hacked, so if you see anything, disregard it. It's not me, whatever. So I let my TikTok know that I had literally no social media to update them on, and that was that. So then I get logged out of my Snapchat. That was awesome. Honestly, not positive how he got that password either, but he did. So I got logged out of my Snapchat. And once I got logged out of my Snapchat, that was it for me. I thought my whole life was going to be over. I was like, oh my god, my life is over. Like, I was freaking out. And then I get on my mom's phone to text my own Snapchat, and I said, hey. And then he replied on my Snapchat and said, hey, back. And so then I started freaking the hell out. And then he was in my Snapchat, and what he did was he was trying to look for pictures of me and my memories. I guess to use against me, or because he's a creep. I don't know, but he did. He looked for them. I'm just going to leave it at that. So then, fast forward, I'm logged out of all my accounts. I'm trying everything I can do. We're still headed to the hotel. My mom's still driving, and she's like, calm down. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? I can't calm down. This is intense. And so later on, he told me he would make a deal with me and to call him once I get to the hotel. I spent around 4 hours on the phone with this dude. FaceTime. He tried to manipulate me several times. He tried to get me to show him my screen. I ended up getting back into my TikTok at this point, but I had no access to any other social media except for, I think I did get back into Snapchat somehow. I got back into Snapchat and I had my TikTok. We ended up, okay, this is weird, but I played the game. Okay, I played the game how I knew it should have been played. I wouldn't say manipulated him, but I became cool with him. We became kind of friends, and I was complimenting him, and he actually isn't a bad-looking guy. But anyway, I was complimenting him. I was feeding into it because I knew that if I did that, I would get all my shit back. And I did. After hours of talking, he was actually pretty cool. He's not a bad guy, and we talked about things like why he was doing it, and he said he had hacked James Charles before, things like that. So we just kind of talked. I thought it was funny. I was like, well, you know what, because once we, FaceTimed, I felt way more comfortable knowing what this dude looked like. We made an agreement. I didn't take any pictures of him. We just became cool. We became, I wouldn't say friends, but, acquaintances. We became cool. And my mom was pissed because she knew I was outside talking to somebody for hours, and she didn't understand why the hell I was being nice to this guy who just hacked me. But it's because you gotta be nice, people. Kill him with kindness, right? So I did. He kept trying to make deals with me, and then it became this whole thing where it wasn't him hacking me, it was someone else. It was just a bunch of bullshit lies. There was 7 different people, and then he was on my side because his friend was hacking my Instagram, and it was a bunch of random stuff, guys. Random stuff. Random people kept joining in. All these people were joining and asking me for pictures and showing me their fabulous houses and, you know, millionaire shit. I don't know. It was really weird. It was so weird that I can't even describe to you how weird it was. Also, I'm about to put on fake freckles. Don't judge me. I put them on because before I put them on, I had them. So I just redraw them back on. Anyway, continue. So, you know, I'm FaceTiming him for hours. We have to get up at like 6 a.m. to go to the freaking hospital in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? I'm exhausted, but I want my shit back. And my email was like for school too. Like, he hacked my school email. Like that's not okay. But anyway, so it became this whole big thing. A bunch of random people were texting me, like random ass people. And he had a way of creating a bunch of different phone numbers and a bunch of different emails to text me because I have an iPhone. You can text, you know, from emails and stuff, like iCloud. So he just kept making up different ones. And I'm telling you guys, I woke up with like 7,000 messages and like 8,000 missed calls. It was insane. So anyway, I was told that I was going to get my accounts back in the morning. Mind you, I'm still in my TikTok account. I'm in my TikTok account and he's in my TikTok account at the exact same time. Because we became both on the same side because I was getting really confused because I kept being told that his friend was the one hacking me, not him, and they just all worked together, but he actually started feeling bad for me because we were friends, like we became friends, you know, blah, 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 whatever. So, you know, me and him became on each other's side. So he was trying to help me out, I guess. He could have been lying the whole time. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it anymore. But from my understanding at the time, I thought what was happening. So at night, I was like, okay, he's gonna get my shit back. He ended up getting my Instagram back. He gave me an Instagram that had like 200,000 followers. So for someone to just give me that, like, of course, I didn't really want it. Like, I wanted my account back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my account. That I obviously worked for that. I didn't work for the 300,000 or 200, however much it was. So, you know, I didn't really care. But I felt like he was on my side because he gave me that account and helped me. He spent all night helping me delete all the photos off that account and all the content on that account. So I was like, okay, this dude can't be playing me, or else why the hell would he be doing all this shit for me, right? So next morning, I wake up and I'm really, really pissed off because I don't have all my shit back yet. Nobody gave me back my Instagram or whatever else I was missing. I think it was just my Instagram and my email at this time. Again, mind you, I'm logged into my TikTok and so is he. So then I'm getting angry because his friends are texting me saying that he's the liar, and he's texting me saying his friends are the liar. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then I texted him and I started blaming him, and I was like, this is all you, like, you're the one doing this to me. I don't know why you picked me. Like, I just started going off on him, and it just set him off. It set him off to the point where he got so mad, started threatening me. There were cops near me, so I got the cops to actually talk to him because he was blowing up my phone to the point where I literally couldn't be on it for more than, like, 2 seconds without getting a phone call. So I had cops that were with me that talked to him. One of the cops was actually black, and he called him the N-word. So that was pretty awesome. That cop was severely pissed. And mind you guys, I don't live in Houston. So Houston police are a little bit different than where I live. And there's a little bit different rules. So I'm freaking out, you know what I mean? Like, my TikTok. Okay. So he was calling me. He said, you have 5 seconds to answer or I'm going to delete your TikTok. So I don't know how I got logged out of my TikTok again, but I did, and so I didn't have access to getting into my TikTok to kick him out. And I was scared to kick him out because I was scared he was going to hack my other shit. No matter what, I was going to get, no matter what, guys, no matter what I did or what decisions I made, some shit was going to go down no matter what, because he had software that I didn't, and you can't beat that. So he started counting down, and I told him to leave me alone multiple times. He posted some videos on TikTok that got me banned for life. and deleted. So that's that. So I went to the nearest police. I literally, at that time, dude, I called every police station near me and asked for an officer for each one of them. Because not only is he doing this, but he started making threats, like he's going to call a SWAT team to my house, or, you know, bomb threats, and he told me to kill myself and cut my wrists and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I was like, whatever. Actually, what got mad is the fact that I started blaming him because his friends all wanted me to go do a full nude photo for them, and I respect my body more than that. So I didn't. So his friends got mad, I got mad, turned into a whole big mess. That's why I started blaming him, because I was so pissed. And he was like, well, just do what they want and they'll give it back. And I was like, what the? No, like, I'm not going to sell my body for my account. I'm sorry, I loved TikTok and I loved every single fan that I had, and I had so much fun on it, but nothing is worth selling my body over. I will never stoop down to that level to do a whole video of me in the hospital bathroom taking my clothes off. I will not. That is something I will never do. And no one's ever going to let me or make me do that. So of course I'm not going to do it. So this dude is pissed off. Everyone's pissed off because I won't do what they want me to do. And that's why it turned into a huge mess, and that's why he deleted my TikTok. So in reality, it was probably because I didn't send what they wanted me to send. I get it to an extent, you know what I mean? Like, they're boys, and boys want what they want. And if you have that kind of technology and advantage to ruin someone else's life, they'll do it because that's what they want. So once it happened, I'm not going to lie, I freaked out quite a bit. But I had to take a step back, and I had to remember, guys, social media is not everything, okay? I'm not even done with the story yet, but I'm letting you guys know I had to call my friends, and I had to explain to them what happened, and I was freaking out. But then it caught me, and it took me a minute, but I was like, I can't dwell on it. Like, you can't dwell on something like that. Social media is not going to last forever. TikTok's going to go bye-bye soon. The money, whatever. The fans are still going to be there if they want to be there, and you can't base your happiness off of social media. You just can't. So for me, it hurt me in the moment because I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But then I just took a step back and just realized, like, this dude wants to get to me. He thinks he's ruining my life. In reality, I have so much more to live for than TikTok. I really do. It sucks, and it sucks a lot, and I do miss it, and I miss my fans. But I'm going to tell you right now, I was dying on the app anyway. Nobody cared about me anymore. I mean, I was going to hit 1 million pretty soon, but, like, nobody really... I don't dwell on it. I really don't think about it often. I make jokes about it, actually. It's a funny joke between me and my entire school now, so... Again, not really too worried about it. He thought he ruined my life. He didn't. I knew from the beginning he had a little bit of mental problems, and I pushed him to the edge, and I should have been smarter than that. I did push him pretty far, and when you push people who have mental illness, not mental illness, but he had really bad anger issues. Like, he snapped. So when he went off, man. So, but I should have known. I should have known better. I shouldn't have been an idiot. So, I'm not mad at him, but I changed my number. I got shit fixed. I did go to the police department in my town as well. I talked to a lot of police officers, but I don't care enough. Okay. Did he exploit pictures of me online? Yes. But I don't know his age. We don't know where he lives. I only have one picture of him. There have been some girls who have texted me and who have mentioned that he's in a lot of shit right now about other stuff, but I personally wanted to just drop it. I did go to the police. I did contact the FBI. The FBI was involved, but at one point I just said, forget it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't care. Like, I love TikTok, and I think it's super fun. I do have another TikTok, but I haven't really been making, like, quality content because I just don't really care at the moment. Like, I have way more going on than social media. I definitely want to focus more on YouTube rather than TikTok because TikTok is cool and I loved it again, but YouTube is never gonna die. Like, Vine everyone was like, oh my god, Vine's gonna be here forever. Vine died, Musical.ly died, TikTok will die. Like, there are things that live and things that die, and it's going to die. And I don't have any really hard feelings anymore. He saw an easy target and he took advantage of it. And you know what? I should have been more careful and more serious about how important it is to keep your privacy to yourself. I mean, really, my passwords security is now on full lock, and I did get my Instagram back. I got everything back except for my TikTok and my email. So my TikTok is gone. When I log in, it says you have violated community guidelines, and my email is just gone forever. So, you know, I'm not really worried about it. If you are on social media or whatever, if anything has ever happened to you, this might be a long video and I apologize, but it needed to be all out. Now I'm gonna have to name this like a freaking story time. But yeah, you guys, that's what you guys have all wanted. Everybody asks for it. Number one, my Instagram is at Kaylee C. Mitchell. My new Instagram that I'm going to be switching over to one day, it's my backup for now, just to get everybody who wants to follow me to follow me. It is at official Kaylee Mitchell. And then I have my new TikTok, which is also at official Kaylee Mitchell. I don't post that much, but when I do, it can be quality content. I just think TikTok doesn't want to put me on the For You page because my account is gone. What? Oh, I forgot to mention, I did contact TikTok a numerous amount of times and Google to get my freaking account back. I talked to real people from Google and they said, I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't do it over the phone, but you can fill out a form. And I did fill out a form and they still didn't do shit because they're stupid. Whatever. I don't like the Google team. I don't really like the TikTok team anymore. They fucked me over. It's fucked up. It's whatever. So, you know, I'm only on TikTok to have funny videos. That's it. I don't really care about getting famous anymore. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all that I have to say. And I'm going to link everything down below if you want to go follow me on all my social media, or if you want to go help a girl out, because we know my TikTok's gone. I'm just kidding. I make jokes about it quite often, so... but yeah, guys, I really just, I needed to let y'all know. A lot of people always ask me what happened, and I just keep saying, I'm going to make a video, and I don't. So, here's your video. I'm sorry it was so long. I will see you guys next time. Comment down below what you want to see from me, because honestly, I'm running out of ideas pretty hard. So, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the near future. And I really want to come out with merch, but now since my TikTok's gone, I don't really know. But yeah, guys, I will see you on another occasion. Thanks for being here. Peace out.